The miso flavors and that spicy pork just makes this dish so comforting. It's like the equivalent of curling up in bed and watching Netflix. So it's raining here at the moment in Bangkok, and so it's the perfect weather for this kind of comforting soup. I'm going to get started on our spicy pork part first, and just a little bit of oil into my pan. There are a few little secret ingredients that are going to make this soup extra special, so we'll get to those in a minute, but first of all I'm going to start off with a bit of garlic. Already smelling good. I just want some pork mince. So I can see that pork is almost cooked through, so time for special ingredient number 1. I am using some Korean gochujang chili paste. Now it's a fermented chili paste and it's not super spicy, so don't be too worried about that, but it adds a really beautiful, almost smoky kind of flavor, chili flavor. Now, because the gochujang isn't incredibly spicy, and I like things incredibly spicy, so I'm gonna add a little bit of chili powder. Now that's completely optional. And then I want some soy sauce as well. And already the color of that pork is brightening up my day. Once that pork is cooked, just set it aside for a little bit later. And now for my veggies. So you could use whatever you've got in your fridge or whatever particular vegetables you would like, but I've got some shiitake mushrooms here and some bok choy as well. And I just slice those mushrooms. I tend to find that the stem part of that shiitake is a little bit tough, so I always take that out. Okay, and now for my green vegetables. Now these are quite small, so I'm just going to slice them in half. Now, other great things to use here would be baby spinach or sugar snap peas, just about any vegetable you like. Now, I'm starting off with some chicken stock, and you could use homemade or store-bought. You know, often store-bought's what I've got at home, so that's what I'm going to be using. And this is our secret ingredient number 2, and this is really going to elevate this store-bought stock, and that is some shiro miso paste or white miso paste. Another kick of umami that we're adding to our dish. Okay, and then a little dash of soy sauce just to get things going even more in there. And you just want to bring this up to a gentle simmer. And I like to sort of smush down and blend in that miso paste. You can sort of pick up little bits of it in your ladle and then use a teaspoon to help it dissolve a little as that soup heats up. Wow, it's really starting to rain heavy out there. Can you guys hear that? This is the perfect weather for this soup. Now that miso paste has dissolved into the soup, I'm going to add in my vegetables. So I'm going to put these shiitake mushrooms in, and my green vegetables too. And you just want to give this a few minutes until those vegetables are cooked. So those greens are nice and wilted, and those shiitake mushrooms have given up some of their flavour to that broth. It smells so good. It's amazing what a few simple ingredients can do. So there are a couple of ways you can serve this. You can serve it as it is with the spicy pork on top. I'm going to go with some noodles today. So I've just got some ramen noodles. I'm going to ladle that soup over the top. And then of course I want a nice scoop of that spicy pork that we made. And to me, a noodle soup like this just isn't complete without an egg. And then we want a little bit of spring onion, a little sprinkling of sesame seeds. Now it's time to get comfy and warm.